Hi guys, this is Vidya. Welcome back to my video series Behind the Scenes. So as I told you last week, this video I will be talking about headlines and how to figure out what kind of words to use, related to your topic. Because as the word itself suggests, headline, you should always make the title seem very interesting so that you grab your reader's attention and you make sure that they go through the whole concept. If the headline itself is not so very clear or they can't figure out what you're writing about, then it's really a waste of writing anything important or anything interest in your topic. So let's see what kind of words to use to which kind of article writer. Let's get started. Number one, emotion based. For this, I will be referring two of my blog post titles. One is Young Broken Minds and the other Unspoken Hunger. So, Young Broken Mind was about how hurt the young generation was, how their dreams were scattered and they were clueless. So, keeping that emotion, I framed the title Young Broken Minds. Here, I suggest that young means somebody from young generation or something related to young generation. Broken mind, obviously they are hurt, something is wrong. So, with this you have just written so, young broken mind, nothing more. So readers will be definitely interested to know in respect to which topic or in respect to which concept are those young generation heard. So they'll definitely read your concept. The second one, as I said, unspoken hunger. For this, I'm talking about stray animals. Obviously, animals can't speak, they can't tell you what they're actually going through. So, unspoken hunger in the sense they are really hungry, especially due with the COVID-19. People are not out there to feed them, but it is very much necessary for them to go out. So, unspoken hunger, it should really trigger you to say that, okay, something is really wrong. So, they'll definitely read your concept easily. Number two, subject related headline. For this, I'll be referring to China, the real innocent, journalist, the unsung heroes of the pandemic, and third, quarantine and India. In these kind of headlines, I have straight away told about what I'm speaking about. Like for instance, China, the real innocent. Everybody knows that it is okay, something about China I'm speaking. Next, journalist, unsung heroes of the pandemic. So I'm definitely telling you that a journalist is not so recognized as other sectors. So it's very straight away said. Quarantine in India means what is the quarantine system that's being followed in India? Or what are the problems that somebody is facing due to quarantine in India? So these are straight away concept. These kind of write-ups titles are usually preferred when you are writing a very long or lengthy articles. For this, telling you straight away what is the subject is very important because one is that you have written a very long article and if you're not so clear with your headline also, then nobody will, make sure to read such a lengthy article. So at that time, preferably give a title which is very clear or which directly says what you're writing about. Number three, open-ended type headline means you have a question mark in the headline. For this, I'll be referring to two of my blog post titles, that is quarantine time counseling, family or counselor, and lockdown time are the human rights curtailed. So here I'm posing a question, which means I have an open-ended conclusion. I'm not making any kind of statement here. You're posing a question here. This kind is usually done for the readers to decide what is actually happening. They know what are you talking about, but when you pose a question mark means, okay, why are they not able to make a conclusion here? So with that concept, they'll go through your write-up. Number four, indirect approach. Indirect approach doesn't mean that you leave the readers puzzled or wondering what are you writing about. It's not completely indirect, but use certain words that are not so directly expressing what is your subject. For this, I'll be referring to some of my titles like Death Without Death Note, Tales of India's Red Land, Modern Gurukula, Cursed Land of Repenting Souls. So here, it's not very clear what are you speaking about, but they will have some kind of idea, like Tales of India's Red Land. Here, something, India's Red Land itself suggests something related to red light area, or it might be something else also. Because of their own imagination, they might be thinking something else too. So to make sure what this is really about, they'll start reading your write-up. Speaking of like death without death note, it might be something about suicide, or it might be something about depression, or related to mental health or anything. So people will go through your write-up thinking, what are they thinking is right or not. So at least to answer their own question, they'll go through your write-up. So indirect approach is very much important, but don't use this in all your articles, because at times, it might bounce back to you and nobody will read your write-up because they really can't understand what you're writing, through your title. Some of the handy tips I would like to provide regarding headline writing is that please form your title or decide your headline before starting your further write-up of the article, because I feel it is very important for you to make sure what is your theme or what is the subject based on which you're gonna frame your article. So keeping a headline fixed is very much important. Please don't go about keeping 2-3 headlines and then you will think like at the end, after finishing the whole write-up, I'll decide one title. It is really not preferable, because it kind of creates a lot of confusion for you itself to finish your write-up. So please frame your title in the very beginning, frame that, decide on it, then go ahead writing your complete write-up. So this was all about my style of write-up, or the pointers I adapt to write my articles. If you're interested to read more of my blog posts, you can refer to the following link. It's also mentioned in the description box. With this, we all come to an end to this video series. I hope to see you all again with some other new concept of, talk. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.